how you guys doing? Welcome to the Messy Sweet Spot. I am your host, Gigi, and baby, Beyonce is on a run. Honey, they are telling me, yes, she got to do that performance for the NFL. But honey, behind the scenes, she is getting her paperwork together, dropping that last name, preparing to run. She's on the run, okay? Honey, she's trying to distance herself. And you know, they got so many boxes. Pizza boxes. They are, and they got bodies. They got bodies out here. Let's not forget what is going on with that bodyguard that came out here running his mouth about Jay-Z and Beyonce. All of a sudden, now he's RIP. Rest in peace. That's what they tell me, honey. And I still ain't see the funeral yet. What they doing with these men's body? girl, it is a sad and it's sad out here and wicked out here in these streets. But don't you worry. I got a video that's going to knock your socks off. You got to see this video. They are telling a tale. Beyonce is preparing to run behind the scenes. The feds are asking her questions. Honey, they are on them. They are on them. And we warned you, Beyonce. We warned you, Diddy. We warned you, Jay-Z. We kept on telling y'all again and again and again and again, again and again and again and again. But y'all didn't want to listen. Oh, fake news, fake news, yo behind. Okay, honey, it's here now. It is here. And everybody's seeing it unfold. We all knew it was coming. So, honey, they are saying they're questioning her because they want to know where that bodyguard at. They want to know where that bodyguard at and where is the body? Where they bury that body? Comment, let us know what you guys think about this. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and look at this video. And thank y'all for the subscriptions, but look at this video.
Beyonce just got caught up in the wildest situation that you can imagine. Her former bodyguard, Uncle Ron, who used to be one of the loudest whistleblowers about her and Jay-Z's messy business, mysteriously passed away under some shady circumstances, and now things are getting really serious. Rumor has it that the feds are poking around his murder case, and it's not looking good for the Carters. This former bodyguard had already dropped a major bombshell, hinting at Diddy and Jay-Z's possible involvement in Biggie's death, as well as some of the shadiest events that have happened in the industry. And then, just like that, he's gone. The timing is all kinds of suspicious, and now the authorities are digging deep, looking for answers. People are saying Uncle Ron might have had some dirt that some powerful folks couldn't let out into the open. This whole situation could be one of the most mind-blowing things we've heard in a while, so get ready to dive into it. This comes only a couple of days after Beyonce's husband Jay-Z was sued for SA, and it looks like the Carters might be under fire in the wildest way possible, so let's break this down. For those who aren't familiar with Uncle Ron or why his sudden passing is such a major deal, let me fill you in. Uncle Ron wasn't just a regular bodyguard. He was a heavyweight in the music industry's inner circle. He worked for some of the biggest names out there, including Diddy, Jay-Z, and even Beyonce. But what set him apart wasn't just who he protected, it was what he knew. Uncle Ron had the kind of insider knowledge most people could only dream of, and he wasn't shy about spilling it. He became a sensation on social media, especially on TikTok, where his stories about the hidden truths of the music world drew in massive audiences. Back in January 2023, he shook the internet when he accused Beyonce and Jay-Z of sabotaging Carrie Hilson's career. According to Uncle Ron, Beyonce felt disrespected and allegedly went to great lengths to shut Carrie down. His bold claims gave people a glimpse into the darker side of the industry, and they turned him into a controversial but compelling figure.
Beyonce and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them. Hey, I get the threats, but you have to remember one thing. I know your deepest secrets. I know so much about you and what you've done. I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people. Beyonce, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you. That's how hateful you guys are, how you step on anybody to stay on the top.
But wait, there's more. Uncle Ron didn't stop at spilling tea about Carrie Hilson because he went deeper. He stirred the pot with claims about Beyonce and Jay-Z's marriage, calling it nothing more than a business arrangement. According to him, the power couple's iconic union wasn't built on love, but on strategy, designed to maximize their influence and build their empires.
Your relationship was a business relationship, financial, to get to the top, to become billionaires. There's no love there. See, what's done in the dark will definitely come in the light. Keep your threats up.
These revelations fueled the fire, making Uncle Ron a polarizing figure. Some saw him as a truth teller exposing the industry's dark secrets, while others accused him of being a clout chaser. If we're being honest, powerful couples like Jay-Z and Beyonce often have people making things up for attention and social media clout. But when it came to Uncle Ron, people could tell that he was the real deal. Either way, his stories had people hooked and questioning everything they thought they knew about music's royal couple. However, Beyonce's team was not about to let Uncle Ron tarnish her reputation without clapping back. They moved fast, and before anyone knew it, many of his videos mysteriously disappeared from the internet. Coincidence? Highly unlikely. But Uncle Ron wasn't one to back down easily. Even with the pressure mounting, he kept spilling tea like he had an endless supply, refusing to let anyone silence him. It was clear he believed the truth needed to come out, no matter who it upset. But here's the thing, Beyonce wasn't the only A-lister Uncle Ron had receipts on. He also dropped some jaw-dropping claims about Diddy, and these revelations were just as explosive. From shady dealings to alleged power plays, Uncle Ron painted a picture of the music mogul that had people questioning everything they thought they knew. And let's clear up any talk of him chasing clout. This wasn't some bandwagon moment. Uncle Ron made these claims long before Diddy's recent scandals dominated headlines. In fact, some might argue he set the stage for the conversations we're having now. Whether you believed him or not, one thing was for sure. Uncle Ron wasn't just some random voice online. He was a man who had seen it all, and he wasn't afraid to let the world in on the music industry's dirtiest secrets, especially when it comes to the Carters and their accomplices. One of Uncle Ron's most jaw-dropping allegations was about Diddy himself. According to Uncle Ron, in 1997, Diddy offered him $30,000 to take out Biggie Smalls, which sent social media into a spin. Uncle Ron's claims were interesting because, for years, Biggie's murder has been surrounded by conspiracy theories, especially when it comes to Diddy, and Uncle Ron's account added a chilling new layer to the mystery.
Jay-Z and Puffy wanted Biggie killed. Bottom line. You don't have to believe me, believe the facts. Here's a man that wanted to leave Bad Boy. He wanted to do his own thing. He mentioned several times how he was tired of being used and abused, that he was bigger than Bad Boy itself. I was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie Smalls. March 1st of 1997, I was approached by Diddy to perform a hit on one of his artists. Finding out that he wanted all the rights to all his catalogs. I turned him down because I also found out that very night that Biggie had plans of leaving Bad.
Like I said, there have been rumors since the 90s of how Diddy allegedly unalived Biggie Smalls, but the conspiracy theories did not make a lot of sense. I mean, Biggie Smalls was one of the biggest artists in the world at the time, and he was also Diddy's major moneymaker, and he helped to make Bad Boy Records into the hip-hop powerhouse that it is today. So why would he shoot himself in the foot and take out his cash cow? Well, according to Uncle Ron, it was allegedly a strategic master plan from Diddy, because he was about to lose Biggie. According to Uncle Ron, Biggie Smalls was done with Bad Boy Records and ready to make his exit, a move that didn't sit well with Diddy for obvious reasons. Uncle Ron claimed Biggie had grown tired of being manipulated and exploited by the label, and he had come to the realization that he was nothing more than a pawn in Diddy's empire. This wasn't just Uncle Ron talking either. Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, backed up these claims, adding more weight to the story. Gene revealed that Biggie had already lined up a deal worth millions of dollars and was making plans for his grand departure from Bad Boy. For Biggie, this was his chance to take control of his career and secure his future on his own terms. He also allegedly found out that Diddy had been ripping him off and had been making moves to steal his masters from him, which was the last straw. And if y'all know anything about Biggie Smalls, it's that he could be quite vindictive. According to reports, not only was he planning to leave Bad Boy Records, but he was also making plans that would ruin Bad Boy Records. According to Gene Deal, Biggie's exit plan revolved around him leaving with some of Bad Boy's top artists, including Charlie Baltimore, Cam'ron, Junior Mafia, Faith Evans, and so much more. If Biggie's plan had succeeded, it would have been the ultimate heist, and Bad Boy Records would have been shaken to its core.
Hey, but I'm about to get this money. So he showed me, I said, you about to get that money? He said, yeah, look at this. It had Charlie Baltimore, Cam'ron, Little C's, Little Kim, Junior Mafia, Tracy, I don't know, Tracy Murray,
Tracy Lee.
Tracy Lee and the commission. And I think the contract was for so many years for like 62 million. It comes out to like $62 million.
So how does this all tie to Uncle Ron and the Carters? Well, Uncle Ron didn't hold back when he dropped yet another bombshell. He claimed that in March 1997, Diddy approached him with a chilling proposition and offered him $30,000 to take out Biggie. That's right. According to Uncle Ron, Diddy wanted to put a hit on his own artist. And the reason? Uncle Ron claimed it was all about control. Diddy allegedly wanted to keep full ownership of Biggie's music catalog, ensuring that all the profits stayed in his pocket. But Uncle Ron didn't stop with Diddy. He also pointed the finger at Jay-Z, claiming that Hov had his own reasons for wanting Biggie out of the picture. According to Uncle Ron, Jay-Z saw Biggie as an obstacle to his rise. With Tupac already out of the way after the infamous drive-by shooting in 1996, Biggie was the last major force standing between Jay-Z and the #1 spot in hip-hop. Uncle Ron alleged that Jay-Z saw this as the perfect moment to solidify his position at the top, making Biggie's death part of his climb to fame.
Because I also found out that very night that Biggie had plans of leaving Bad Boy. Biggie should have never been in California to promote an album with a broken fibula bone, who can barely walk.
As Uncle Ron continued to drop one jaw-dropping claim after another, his popularity grew and his TikTok account blew up big time, peaking at thousands of followers who were obsessed with the tea that he was spilling on some of the most powerful people in the industry. With each post, his audience grew, hanging on to every word he said as he unraveled the darker side of fame and fortune. Whether people believed him or not, they couldn't deny that Uncle Ron knew how to captivate an audience and hold attention. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, Uncle Ron passed away, sending shockwaves through his growing fan base. He was just 59 years old when he died on September 14th, 2024. The timing of his death raised more than a few eyebrows, especially since he had recently released a video leveling some heavy accusations against Diddy and Jay-Z. His sudden passing set off a wave of speculation, with fans questioning whether there was more to the story than what met the eye. What made the situation even more suspicious was what Uncle Ron had promised just before his death. He had teased that he was sitting on even more explosive secrets about the music industry, secrets he intended to reveal soon. It didn't take long for fans and conspiracy theorists to connect the dots, wondering if his untimely death was tied to his claims. The whispers only grew louder as people remembered the long-standing rumors about Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyonce allegedly being linked to some dark and disturbing dealings. For years, stories about these industry powerhouses and their supposed involvement in shady activities have circulated, but only a few people have been bold enough to make direct accusations. Uncle Ron was one of those very few who were willing to step into the spotlight and call them out by name. So when we found out that he had passed away under suspicious circumstances, people immediately started pointing fingers. The music industry is full of secrets, and Uncle Ron's sudden death only made the buzz louder. It wasn't just unexpected, it was downright suspicious. The streets are buzzing with talk that things just don't add up. His passing added a new layer of seriousness to his allegations. People quickly started connecting the dots between his claims and his death, wondering if there was a connection. The timing seemed too convenient, fueling even more speculation about what goes on behind closed doors in the industry. And to make things even more suspicious, we still don't have any answers about how Uncle Ron actually died. His family isn't talking, and they've shut down his social media accounts, which has fans wondering if they're being threatened by the same powerful figures who silenced Uncle Ron. The conspiracy theories are flying fast. Some think Uncle Ron knew too much and was silenced to keep him from spilling more secrets. Others believe he might have been onto something big, and someone took extreme measures to shut him up for good. There's a lot of speculation going on, but one thing's for sure. Uncle Ron's death has raised more questions than answers. But here's the kicker. Uncle Ron had a feeling this might happen. He'd been vocal about his safety concerns ever since he started spilling all that tea. It was almost like he knew he was playing with fire by going up against the big names in the industry. He wasn't just making accusations for fun. He genuinely feared for his well-being, and that added a creepy layer to his story. Now, all this speculation is running wild. Every little detail about Uncle Ron's last days is under the microscope. Fans are scrutinizing everything. Was he acting strange? Did he say anything odd in his last video? It's like a real-life detective story unfolding in real time, with everyone trying to piece together the truth. And it's not just the fans who have questions. The rumor mill is buzzing with whispers that the feds have allegedly launched an investigation into his death. If the feds are indeed involved, it could mean there's more to this story than we've heard so far. It's a mess of theories, but one thing's clear. Uncle Ron's death has only deepened the intrigue and raised even more questions about what really goes on behind the scenes in the music industry. According to reports, the feds have stepped in, and they're taking Uncle Ron's death really seriously. They've launched a full-blown investigation that goes beyond just the circumstances surrounding his passing. This isn't your average probe. The feds don't get involved lightly when they suspect something shady is going on. They're digging into Uncle Ron's wild claims about the music industry, specifically those about Beyonce, Diddy, Jay-Z, and the whole drama surrounding Biggie's death. This could become much bigger if the FBI gets deep into the music scene. The investigation is expected to be pretty thorough. They'll likely be talking to people who knew Uncle Ron back in the day, old colleagues, friends, and maybe even some of those big names he once worked with. The feds will be looking for any evidence to substantiate Uncle Ron's claims about the power players in the industry. They're probably wondering if there's any truth to what he was saying about Beyonce and Diddy, especially with all the allegations of their involvement in Biggie's death. This whole thing has the potential to blow up into something much bigger. If the FBI starts poking around in the music industry, who knows what they might uncover? With Uncle Ron's death, the rumors about shady dealings involving Beyonce, Diddy, and even Jay-Z are now under the microscope. If the feds find something concrete, it won't end well for anyone involved. Many people seem to think that this is all Jay-Z's fault and Beyonce is just innocently caught up in his mess. But if we're keeping it honest, Beyonce has faced her fair share of accusations of trying to silence people who speak up against her. For example, do y'all remember Beyonce's former drummer? She came forward with some pretty damning accusations about Beyonce exposing a side of her that wasn't exactly flattering. But just as quickly as she spoke out, she seemed to mysteriously vanish from the spotlight. It was like she was silenced, leaving everyone wondering why she stopped talking and what she might have known that could have caused such a drastic response. According to the drummer, whose name is Kimberly Thompson, Beyonce allegedly dabbles in the occult. She spoke to the Daily Beast, and the interviewer said she claims that for some reason Bey has started a campaign of against her that includes extreme witchcraft, dark magic, and magic spells of She also claims the Lemonade star murdered kitten. Thompson believes Beyonce has been tapping her phones and controlling her finances. It's unclear why Thompson believes the singer is allegedly doing all this to her, but she is adamant it all stems from Bey. Kimberly also went live on Instagram to speak on Beyonce.
Entire time, this person was casting spells and manipulating me and controlling my job situations, my relationships, all just a very wicked tactic to just keep me down and keep me under some type of control.
Don't even get me started on the rumors of how she allegedly goes after Jay-Z's side pieces and teaches them a lesson for going after her man. For example, y'all remember Tierra Marie? She was signed to Rockefeller Records under Jay-Z. Suddenly, out of nowhere, she was dropped from the label with no warning. Jay-Z claimed it was due to poor album performance, but the streets had a different story. Rumor has it that Jay-Z had allegedly been having an affair with Tierra Marie. Beyonce found out, and let's just say it didn't go well. She reportedly forced Jay-Z to fire Tierra Marie and blackballed her from the industry.
He signed her to a deal. By the time all of the ink was dry, she was just shy of being legal. But that didn't stop the mogul. He liked to sample the new talent. He was sampling her on a fairly regular basis, but he was also involved with the current A-plus list singer who was in his face every day. And this could allegedly be Beyonce. The thing is, though, that corn star in charge of her career was feuding with the mogul and told the mogul he would not be allowed to hook up with the singer again. I assume he thought the mogul would think she was something special. Apparently not as special as the current A-plus lister, because the new signee was dropped and the word was put out on the street. No record deals for her from any label. When someone ignored the edict, they were paid a visit. If the visits were ignored, then other steps were taken. This was a total lockdown of a career that lasted almost a decade.
As bad as that sounds, Tierra got off easy when compared to other side chicks like Kathy White. Kathy mysteriously passed away under some seriously shady circumstances, just a few days after Beyonce announced that she was pregnant with Blue Ivy. Kathy's death has been the source of great interest in the years since her passing, and there have been a lot of conspiracy theories about her. For example, there are rumors that a line from Beyonce's song, Her Mother's Daughter, might be a confession to how she allegedly unalived Kathy. I'm talking about the part of the song where she said, "Your body laid out on these filthy floors, your bloodstains on my custom coutures, bathroom attendant let me write and she was a big fan. I really tried to stay cool, but your arrogance disturbed my solitude. Now I ripped your dress and you're all black and blue. Look what you made me do." But hold up, because it gets even more sinister from here. There are reports that when Kathy passed away, she was allegedly pregnant with Jay-Z's baby, and she had the baby shortly before she passed away. There's a wild conspiracy theory making the rounds that Beyonce's first child, Blue Ivy, is allegedly Kathy's child. Even before the whole thing with Kathy blew up, there were rumors that Beyonce allegedly faked her pregnancy with Blue Ivy. Beyonce previously addressed this rumor a while back, saying, "That was crazy. It wasn't hurtful, it was just crazy." Where did they come up with this? Her mom, Miss Tina Knowles, also denied the rumors, saying, "I thought it was very unfair and very cruel that someone would think that someone would be that diabolical to keep up a charade like that for 9 months. As a mother, it was painful for me to hear the crazy rumors, and I even had people ask me, which was so ridiculous." Now, I'm not saying that Beyonce unalived anyone or stole Kathy's child, but the coincidences are getting a little too suspicious, and Uncle Ron's death just ties everything together in a super suspicious way. And with the claims of the authorities being interested in his death, well, let's just say that things are about to get very interesting. But in the meantime, I want to know how you feel about this situation, so drop your thoughts in the comments and then check out this next video.
That is a lot of information. Where's Uncle Ron? What they do to him? And did you hear him, what he said? Now, he don't have no reason to lie on them. He's been around them for all those years. He knows everything about them, their darkest secret. And for him to speak out, he have had enough of the wickedness, and everybody has. And you know, Cat Williams, he said 2024 was going to be the year of exposure, honey, and it has been doing it left and right. What is 2025? Oh my goodness. It's going to get more worse, honey. Are you guys ready? I know I am. Trust me, the Messy Sweet Spot is going to be there, front and in center, and exposing all the tea, okay? Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe here, and I'll see you guys on another upload. Bye.